and it was probably the most evil thing I've ever seen. It was just a searing red mess, flames going in all directions. And I thought, if that's hell, I've seen it. And I thought, run, boy, run. And I ran.
We were sitting there and we just didn't know anything was happening. A neighbour, he came up the hill and said, look, there was a fire here and you have to get out in a hurry.
She and her husband Bill got their dogs and very little else. As they were leaving, their son Colin pulled up the drive and Bill fought with him with some ferocity to try to get him off the block. He couldn't change his son's mind and left. Colin was shortly joined by his brother David.
We went to stay at David's house and the boys rang up. They said, well, the fire's gone through now. Everything's okay. We're going in to have a rest and we'll be home shortly. And he said, I love you, Mum.
There was then a wind change at about 6 p.m, which added a new store of oxygen to this already out of control fire.
About an hour or so later, they hadn't arrived home, and I said to Bill, the boys are dead. And he said, hold to rescue. And I said, yes, they are. They wouldn't leave me this long without telling me that they were safe. And I knew that they'd gone. I knew at 9 o'clock they'd gone. My neighbours said the house imploded.
People were killed in the blaze at Churchill in Gippsland.
To make matters worse, police suspect arsonists have again been at
They're
work.
investigating the possibility that that person is responsible for the Churchill fire.
I got called in to probably the most confronting briefing I'll ever get. I remember an ashen-faced detective sergeant delivering that briefing to us, and it wasn't as if we knew what to do. There's no training that can prepare you for receiving that news, so it did take us a little bit of time to come up with a plan.
The hunt for the arsonist suspected of being involved in the country's worst natural disaster is in full swing.
To actually apprehend an arsonist, you need a team of diligent, skillful arson detectives.
There's a lot of devastation through here.
Oh, it is that stump.
I met the arson chemist, George Exidius, and we were able to identify the area where the fire occurred. And from that examination, we were able to identify 2 seats of fire.
It all came back to this one area here on this side of the track. The other point of origin was just